A Mafia fugitive was caught after posting an Italian cooking video on YouTube. A tax preparer pulls a gun on a customer after complaints about the refund. And venomous humans could become a reality, scientists say. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian, which means it's the only daily weird news podcast that sometimes is funny, but always educational. A mafioso on the run was caught after showing off his Italian cooking skills on a YouTube video. Hey, now I'm going to show you how I'm making my family's very famous lasagna. Woo, woo. Hold on a minute. Someone's at the door. What a dummy. What is this guy's name? A mafia fugitive has been on the run for over 5 years. He was arrested in the Caribbean after he posted some videos on YouTube, and then police recognized his distinctive tattoos. He was posting cooking videos on YouTube. He just couldn't not cook on video. He just had to show the world his meatballs. He couldn't not show everybody how to make the gravy, you know? You had to show them. But look at, man, if you put a video of yourself cooking, the police are going to come get you. I don't care, man. It's worth it for everyone to see my special cacciatore. His name is Mark Ferrin Claudette Biart. He is believed to have led a quiet life in Boca Chica, following his not-so-quiet life in Italy, being in the mafioso. This is in the Dominican Republic, by the way, Boca Chica. I've heard it's a beautiful place. Cheap living. Local expats in the area considered him a foreigner, it says, but they didn't know much about him. His cover was blown after he and his wife posted cooking videos to their YouTube channel. So this is like, the channel's been ongoing. There's more than one. How long did you think you could post videos of yourself cooking and no one's going to find you, you dummy? So on his YouTube channel, he regularly boasts about his Italian cooking. Hey. Now I'm going to show you how to make the braciole, okay? Hold on, someone's at the door. Hey, somebody with a gun. Who could this be? Someone who really wants some braciole. Oh no, they're taking me to jail. Biart had been on the run since 2014. That's a long time. 7 years on the run. When Italian prosecutors ordered his arrest for trafficking cocaine in the Netherlands on behalf of the Cacciola clan. This is a clan of the mafia. The big mafia in Italy. I can't really pronounce it. It's spelled strange. I'm going to try. The Ndrangheta. Did I get it right? Can anybody correct me? The Ndrangheta mafia. Hey, the Ndrangheta. Hey. Yeah, the sausage mafia. Eh? He fled to Central America, this guy, Biart, and then he went to the DR, where, according to the Italian police, he was very careful not to attract attention, kept his distance from the numerous Italians that were living in the city, as a matter of fact. But all it took was one video. The 53-year-old mafioso works very hard to keep his face covered in these videos, but he inadvertently let his tattoos be videoed, which helped him be recognized by the police hunting him. And thus, he'll be making his braciole in the prison in Italy. Hey! I just love the fact that he really wanted the world to appreciate his cooking. He was just trying to bring something creative to the world, trying to give back to the culture. Just couldn't control himself. The risk he took just to show everybody his ravioli recipe. I mean, you got to give him props for that. Maybe they'll give him a cooking show in prison. Yeah, the Sicilian prison cooking show with your host, Mafioso Biart. Somebody who prepares taxes pulled a gun on a customer who was having their taxes prepared. Hey, tax season is very stressful, guys. This tax accountant in Houston is facing charges for allegedly pulling a gun on a customer, attacking another customer after they both complained about their tax returns, just not pleased with their... Could I get like a bigger refund, please? Could I get just like a little bit more refund? Never mind. I'm pretty cool with the refund. You can put that shotgun away. I'll take it. I'll take the refund. The gun incident was caught on camera, unfortunately. This is what, you can't do anything that isn't caught on camera. You pull a gun in public, the cameras are on you, man. I don't know. People still think they can pull guns and no one's going to find out? People think they're going to get nude and no one's going to find out? Guys, cameras everywhere. This happened on March 25th at a place called MZ Biz Tax, a tax preparation organization in Houston. The tax preparer's name is Latunia Wright. She's age 46. She was arguing with some customers that were upset about their refund, and then she pulled a gun on them. Police arrested Wright at the business, which she actually owns. She's the owner. Here's a quote from someone who saw it. She had the gun pointed at him, and then, she turned around with the gun, and then I couldn't believe it. She actually cocked the gun. You actually cocked the gun at people that you paid for they paid for the company's service and they wanted to know what was going on. That's all. She cocked the gun at her own customers, man. Couldn't believe it. I live in Texas. I've seen everything. Yeah, this is crazy. Now, according to the police report, when Miss Wright saw that she was being filmed, she took the phone from that customer, hit her on the head, and deleted the video, but the video footage was then recovered by the police. Here's a quote from that same person. My vision is still blurry in my left eye. It's blurry. I have headaches. Man, I tell you, my anxiety's through the roof. She smashed me on the head, man, just for that video. I'll tell you. It's not the first time this Wright character, a Missouri native, has had a run-in with the law. She was sentenced in 2012 to more than 4 years in federal prison for her part in a multi-million-dollar robbery at an ATM servicing company. How does she get her tax preparer's license at that point? In 2012, she's arrested for like a finance-related robbery, like grand larceny, and now she runs an accounting firm now? How? I don't understand this. Texas, man, you just don't give a shit, do you? You don't. What do you got, finance-related felonies? Hey, do my taxes, no problem. No was surprised she pulls a gun on a customer. I blame the state of Texas accounting board for giving her a certificate of a business license to prepare people's taxes. She's not somebody who should be able to do any financing with the public for robbing ATMs. Multi-million-dollar robberies, it says here. She only did 4 years, too. I mean, if all you get is 4 years for stealing multi-million dollars, I mean, it's probably worth trying, right, guys? I mean, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, that's all you get? Really? That'll be a lot more than that. Disclaimer. The podcast Weird AF News does not condone robbing banks or ATMs. Neither does the host. But if you're going to do it... You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Yay! Venomous people could become a reality. Mice and even humans have the potential to become venomous just like certain snakes, according to research. Scientists have found the genetic foundation needed for oral venom to evolve is present in both reptiles and mammals. And they say that their study shows the first concrete evidence of a link between venom glands in snakes and salivary glands in mammals. The research was published in the PNAS journal, and it indicates that while neither humans or mice are venomous currently, our genomes have the potential under certain ecological conditions. The author of this study, Agnish Barua, joked around by saying, well, it definitely gives a whole new meaning to a toxic person. Yes, I'm a scientist. Scientific jokes. If you don't know what venom is, it's a cocktail of proteins used to immobilize and kill your prey, as well as self-defense. I would love to have just venom glands. That'd be amazing. Who's going to attack you with venom glands? Yeah. I mean, we live in a world now where you could be in a grocery store and someone's going to pull out a gun. The next thing you know, you're not alive in that grocery store anymore. But if I had some venom glands, I'd just spit in their face, watch their face melt. No more gun. No more shootings in the grocery store. I sprayed him with my venom right in the face. Wouldn't that be amazing? If you will permit me to nerd out for a second, for the research in this study, scientists focused on genes that work alongside and interact with the venom genes. So genes in humans and mammals that work alongside the genes in, well, they used, for instance, a pit viper found in Asia called a Taiwan habu snake. And they also looked at the genomes of creatures like dogs, chimpanzees, and humans. So this is what they used side by side. And they found that these mammals actually contain their own versions of the same genes. Having investigated the salivary gland tissues within mammals, they saw the genes had a similar pattern of activity to that seen in snake venom glands, therefore concluding that salivary glands in mammals and venom glands in snakes share an ancient functional core. In fact, they believe venom glands evolved from early salivary glands. The researchers say, well, snakes then went crazy, incorporating many different toxins into their venom and increasing the number of genes involved in producing venom. And mammals like shrews produce simpler venom that has a high similarity to saliva. So you can see the bifurcation there. I just love to say bifurcation. Yes, I'm a scientist. Nerdy. Lastly, the researcher was quoted as saying, if the right ecological conditions ever existed, humans could have had the potential to become venomous. Imagine. Yes, science. Nerdy stuff. Thank you, my loyal listeners, for being present for another episode of Weird AF News. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who sent me articles. You can always do so by emailing me, funnyjones@gmail.com. I want to thank someone who bought me some coffee. Jagger the Weem bought me a coffee and wrote a nice little thank you. It says here, in a world that's weird but pretending to be normal, thanks for reminding us all not to take it too seriously, Jonesy. Well, thank you. Thank you for the coffee. Thank you for supporting the show. You guys can buy me coffee anytime on my weirdafnews.com official website. You can also join the Patreon from there as well. I'm recording a bonus episode of that for the Patreon specifically today, actually, and I'll upload that at some point tonight or tomorrow morning. So you can get that. Those of you who are members of the Patreon, please look for that bonus episode. It's patreon.com/weirdafnews if you'd like to check it out. Please tell a friend about the podcast if you get a moment. That doesn't cost anything. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, as always.